our beloved member of Tiruchirappalli District Association to start with the welcome speech.
Good evening, everyone. I get some response. Good evening. I want everyone to be active on this. Not be aware of the product that we're here. It would be very helpful if you be a little bit active. I'm Bharti Dasan. I'm an engineering graduate. Just here to welcome you. On behalf of the Tiruchirappalli District Financiers and Chit Funds Association, and a very warm welcome to all of you. I sincerely welcome the Dean Saranan sir, PRO Sendil Kumar sir, respected faculty members, staff. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to interact with you. It's my privilege to welcome our esteemed speaker, Mr. Raman Sakapan, former Chief Operating Officer of this bank, whose experience and undoubtedly inspire us all. I also extend a warm welcome of the All India Financiers and all our distinct guests from the industry. Today's session is an opportunity to bring together industry and academia, exchange ideas, learn from one another, explore how traditional financial can grow through. Once again, I thank each one of you for your presence. I wish you all a meaningful and
I would like to invite the panelists to their respective seats now. First, we would want to invite Mr. Sethuraman Satappan. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Chitralasa. Next in line, we would like to invite Mr. Kartish. Next, Mr. Vallati Palaniappan. Now I would like to hand over the mic to Mr. Dr. Muthu Subramaniam to carry forward this conversation. I would also like to invite Professor Saravanan for the discussion.
I would like to invite Mr. Thangavel sir to the meeting. To honor this opportunity and this situation, I would like to call upon Thangavel sir to honor Mr. Saravanan sir. I would like Mr. Chitralasa sir to honor Mr. Sendil sir. to honor Finvest Club. I request Karthik sir to honor the Finvest Club who gave this chance. And I would request all the panelists now to share their few words about this meeting, and I will hand over this stage to Mr. Seduraman Sathavan sir regarding this topic.
Start opening remark and next time. So, good evening to everyone. Thank you very much for attending this event. If my memory goes back almost 1 year ago, Mr. Palaniappan approached me. We wanted to organize such kind of event, but somehow going to students' occupancy and other activities, we are not able to convert this into reality. And today it became a reality. Most of us, I would like to make only one small point because Seduraman Sathavan is an expert in this domain. I wanted to make only one statement. Most of us, including our parents, think that bank FD is the safest option. Because you ask anybody, people say that bank FD is the safest heaven. If I park my money in bank, nothing will happen. There is no need to go and check every day that the bank is open, manager is coming, staffs are working. No need to check because bank investment deposit means safest heaven. I urge you, all of you, I strongly urge every one of you to go and look at the balance sheet of a bank. If you look at the balance sheet of a bank, you will get a heart attack. Whatever the deposit that you and me made in our bank FD, it is being shown under the heading unsecured loans. I repeat, under the heading unsecured loans. But whereas when you and me go to the bank and ask for a loan, they will ask for security. But when we deposit our money, we are not depositing against any security. It's a clear 100% unsecured loan. Then how we all are trusting the bank? Because we are depositing our money based upon the bank's balance sheet strength. Okay, so that's one of the very important point. We all think that bank FD is the safest haven, which is not true. Bank FD is a clear unsecured loan from the bank's balance sheet point of view. I think experts also agree what I'm saying. Another important option, what we think about, okay, I'm not going to bank FD, I will go to mutual funds. As you all know, mutual fund is it's a standard term given in 6-inch font size below all the big advertisement, investing in mutual funds is subject to market risks, etc. You must have seen that. That's not even visible at a 6-inch font size, they give the ad. That is the next option. People will go to the mutual fund where which you give your hard-earned money, of course, to professional people to manage our funds. Okay, that is the second option people generally go for it. And the third option, people who are a little aggressive in nature, who wanted to have a direct exposure in equity, they will invest directly into the equity market. But unfortunately, the awareness or the finance literacy on all these domains are very, very minimal. I know hundreds and thousands of WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups are there, which operate and provide all kinds of nonsense information, all kinds of nonsense calls. People go invest. People say that invest in this F&O segment, you make money double, triple. Absolutely impossible. No product, no asset class can give you 100% return overnight. If it gives 100% return overnight, next day it will be minus 200%. Okay, so given that background, we have had a detailed discussion with Palaniappan, and he wanted to discuss about totally a new product, what we call this as a chit fund, which is operating for many, many years, and it is considered as one of the very good instrument to park our savings, like how we are parking our money in bank FD, how we are investing in mutual funds. That's why the title is also slightly different. What else we have apart from the banks and mutual funds? So that is the context on which this entire discussion is being set up. So with these few words, I will pass on the mic to the other experts in the stage.
Like the panelists to take their seats, and I will hand over the stage to Mr. Seduraman sir.
Good evening to all of you.
great forum among Iim students. Earlier, 2 years before, I was with ASC Bangalore. Now I have a great all. The topic given is beyond mutual funds and bank deposits. I'm a banker. I'm a core banker for 41 years. Then they have shut my mouth. You cannot talk about bank deposits. You have to talk about. Okay, fine. Ronan sir was telling just now about bank deposits. How many of you know that bank deposits are secure to some extent only? It's 5 lakhs per person. I will tell you at the end how can you increase your coverage, the EIGC coverage, deposit insurance, credit guarantee corporation coverage. How can you increase? If you have more members in your house, can you increase your coverage or something? Talk at the end. That tidbit I will give you that idea also to you. Now, we all know Indians are very good at savings. Compared to many other countries, Indians generally have savings habits. I have seen many countries, I have gone to many countries. I have seen Indians are savings habit. Because of this, I initially had my own doubts whether to accept this topic or something. But subsequently, I accepted this topic because I am going to talk to students. Because the current spending of students, they don't save anything until they spend everything. The main reason for my accepting the topic. Many centuries ago, Tiruvalluvar, you all know well, all from all parts. Tiruvalluvar is a quite given a small couplet, and in which he has clearly told you have to live within your means. That means if you are earning 500 rupees, you have to live within 500 rupees or something. Why I selected 500 rupees? My first salary was 500 rupees. Just in Canara Bank in year 9. And now there was a salary. I was working over per day 16 rupees or 20 rupees or something like that. At the time the salary levels. And the Valluvar also emphasized that even if one's income is modest, don't get worried or something. You should be living within the means. And the financial knowledge. I have been speaking to professors, students also, and I have been regularly meeting people at various forums. The financial knowledge is less among people because there are so many instruments available in the market. That's why that keeping abreast of everything is very difficult. That's why that adequate knowledge you people should have in the personal financial management. That is very, very important. I have seen people in USA, I have seen people in Bangalore. Many spend as if there is no tomorrow or something. That's the reality. Even in USA, people wait for the next paycheck. Even in USA, people wait for the next paycheck. So all buy under BNPL, buy now and pay later. 43, you'll be wondering, 43% of USA population is paying, they buy under buy now and pay later. When I compare USA with India, it is 22% here. That's why that we can pat ourselves or something like that. And it shows the savings habits are deteriorating or coming down or something like that. That's the main reason for this one-day session. And first 21 years, you people prepare yourselves for the next 40 years to earn money or something like that, to live a peaceful retired life. That's why I always say, whenever I go to engineering college or something like that, these 4 years if you work hard, the 40 years will be very happy or something like that. So that the first 21 years, you people are in the 21 plus 22, 23, 24 or something. With the experienced people maybe 25 or something like that. You are all going to work for the next 40 years to earn money to live a peaceful retired life or something like that. Here I am going to give you some products including chit funds, some products including chit funds. I am not going to talk about stock markets, I am not going to talk about mutual funds, I am not going to talk about bank deposits or something like that. Life is unpredictable. COVID has given a big lesson to all of us or something like that. And there were many people who lost their life and lost their savings, and salaries were cut, jobs were lost or something like that. These experiences highlight the importance of savings. COVID is the real life example for us. You have to save money. Without saving money, then you cannot have a good life or something like that. That's why that savings is very, very important. What Warren Buffett has said, if you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need or you want or something like that. This is a very, very important one. So that you will be very well aware of Warren Buffett's words. So in case if you buy unnecessary things that you have to sell in times of need or something like that. I don't mind telling the real story of mine. When I got married, I was not having a TV, I was not having a mixie, I was not having a grinder or something like that. We planned in such a way, this year we have to buy mixie, this year we have to buy grinder, this year we have to buy TV, this year we have to buy fridge or something like that. So that kind of planning we did at the time. So now, many of you may be interested, okay, we will go for a loan or buy everything at one time or something like that. Maybe a good thing, you should have everything or something like that. But only thing is, it's better to inculcate the savings habit also within you. That is very, very important. Each of us has got important financial responsibilities in life, that is children's education. Education has become very costly. Yesterday I was reading a newspaper, one of the famous actors, son and daughter is spending about 86 lakhs per year or something like that. 86 lakhs per annum for education purpose in Chennai. So you think easily it's coming to, even in Tiruchirappalli it's coming to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, easily it's coming 3 lakhs easily coming in. That's why children's education is very, very important one, and you are spending a huge money there. And marriage, medical expenses, and retirement, to name a few. That means savings play a vital role from the day one, I can say. The wisest decision is to begin saving from your very first salary. Don't postpone it or something like that. Many young people think, I will start saving after 5 or 10 years. I was talking to a professor and he was telling that there are a lot of people who say that what is the need for doing a health insurance now? I will do it later or something like that. That means I will start saving after 5 or 10 years or something like that. That will be a delayed one. The habit of saving is far more important than amount you save. The habit you should have first. If you do not start saving from the very first month of your career, you are missing one of the most valuable opportunities to build a secure financial future. Because you are all just going out in this year or next year, you are going out and getting employed or something like that. That means your saving should start from the day one. And I belong to Nagaratar community, the Chettiar community, one of the business people from Tamil Nadu. And the Nagaratars and savings, I can quote 1 or 2 important things. You people must have used a daily daily sheet. You must have seen, no? All the 364 or 365 days, there is a daily sheet. My grandfather used to remove the sheet and keep that sheet. He will not throw that sheet. Now what we will do, we will throw it into the dustbin or something. He will keep the sheet to write something on the back side of the paper. Or he will keep that sheet for some purpose, packing purpose or some purpose, he will keep it. And the rainwater, the Nagaratar used to harvest. They used to harvest rainwater and keep the rainwater for days. That means 1 month or 2 months or something like that. And the postal covers, when we get a postal cover, what we used to do? We used to throw it in the dustbin or something. They cut it and then turn it back, and then just paste it and then use it for sending another letter or something like that. You people may think Nagaratars are that kind of poor people or something like that. No, they are the richest people in Tamil Nadu or something like that. Even the richest people have got that kind of savings habit, whether it is in water or calendar sheet or postal covers or something like that. That's why that saving can be there in any form or something like that. You people should have it. They saved in every form. That's why they brought wood from Burma. Burma teak wood is the very famous, and they brought wood from Burma. And you must have seen, you must have gone to Chettinad. If you have not visited Chettinad, please visit Chettinad and see the palaces they have built in Chettinad or something like that. And the interiors, what they have created. You should go to Kannadagata or some places, Karikudi and other places. And then you go and see the buildings they have built. And they have saved in cash, gold and diamonds. They saved in every form. They saved the interiors, cash, gold, diamonds and utensils, everything. They brought things from various countries, and then they built big houses in Chettinad areas. Hence they are able to withstand the crisis. That's the reason that they are able to withstand the crisis of crisis after crisis. Sri Lanka, they were thrown out. They have come to India, and then they lived happily here in India. And even in Burma, the Second World War, they were thrown out and they have come to India. And even in 1976, Debt Relief Act was there, and then Indira Gandhi's Debt Relief Act was there, and they survived like a phoenix. This one that they survived crisis after crisis. That's the reason I'm telling. What is the main reason for their savings? The first rule I tell to my students is 30% of your salary should go into savings. 30% of your salary should go into savings. Okay, sir, 30% means the bank, this company will already deduct PF and other things. Then how can I save 30% of that? That including PF, you should have 30% savings. This is the first rule I can suggest to you. And you all people should know the power of compounding. This is very, very important. Power of compounding means a story is coming into my mind. Chess was invented in India. That's how we believe, and many other countries are claiming that chess was invented by our country or something like that. For this purpose, we will take chess was invented in India, and the inventor, that king has called the inventor and told that okay, you have created an interesting game, one of the best games in the world you have created. So that you ask for something, I am ready to give it to you. You ask for some gift or something like that. That person politely said, sir, I don't want anything. King, I don't want anything or something. No, you ask, I am ready to give anything. I have everything, I can give it to you or something. There is no problem for me in giving some gift to you or something like that. You all know chess has got 66, chess board has got 64 squares, 8 into 8, 64 squares. He simply asked king, you put one grain in the first square, and in the second square you put 2 grains, and in the third square you put square root 4 and 16, 256, like that you put the grains, and then just give me the total grains to me. Oh, very simple thing you are asking. Why can't you ask bigger things? Why are you asking small things? Immediately the minister came running and told us that kind of grains we don't have it in our Kalanjiam. Then he said, the king regretted for his mistake or something like that. So the person who invented chess certainly would have asked a nice thing from the king or something like that. That's the reason here you can understand the power of compounding. Power of compounding is very grateful. That's why you people should be multiplying your investments or something like that. That is very, very important. That's why that all your investment should be compounding one. That's why it cannot be just idle. It cannot be without earning any interest or something like that. That is waste. That's why that all your investment should be earning something. And now, what are the avenues are there for you to invest apart from stock markets? You people are very good at stock markets or mutual funds or bank deposits or something like that. and where all you can invest. Now you can go for a corporate NCDs. This now there are a lot of NCDs are coming in. That's a AAA rated, AA rated. All these rated instruments you can invest where you can get 8 to 12% interest rates or something like that. It's a non-convertible debentures. That's why that you can go for this kind of debentures for investments. This will give 8 to 12% return. The banks currently giving a return of 7 to 8% or something like that, whereas these corporate bonds are giving 8 to 12%. You can ask whether it is guaranteed or something like that. Even bank deposit is not guaranteed. If you go and put 1 crore deposit in a bank, only 5 lakhs rupees is guaranteed by the bank. That's the reason that you should take some risk. For your age you can take, what kind of risk you can take or something like that, 100 minus your age you can take that kind of, that much percentage of risk you can take or something like that. Sometimes you can go and buy from the secondary market the corporate bonds, then there your ATM may be slightly better or something like that. That's why that you can go and invest in corporate bonds, maybe about 5% of your total earnings or something like that you can invest. And how do I find this kind of instrument? There are a lot of websites are available for investing in this kind of instrument. Altifi, Mint Wealth, India Bonds, Golden PA, Giroff are some of the websites which can help you in investing in this kind of bonds. And second thing is not for you or something like that. It may be for your grandfather or father or something like that. Post office investments, which currently gives at 8.20%. 8.20% for senior citizens. Even for girl child, it's giving 8.20% or something like that. It's giving quarterly interest. That's why we were talking about compounding, and it's giving quarterly interest also. That's why that people can go for it or suggest for this kind of investments for your seniors. And gold. People may think that gold value is coming down. That in the last 1 year, it has given a phenomenal return of 80 to 100% it has given. Over the years also it has given a very good return equal to stock markets or something like that. My investors were my ancestors, I can say my grandfathers and all. Whenever they come from Burma or Sri Lanka or something like that, they were bringing gold or diamonds. That's why gold is always a instrument. It will keep your wife also happy or something like that. That's why that you should think of investing a small portion of your investment in gold. Certainly it will give a return of 10 to 20% or something like that. How I invest in gold or something like that, I don't go for a physical gold or something like that. What I do is I take a ETF or something like that. Many ETFs are available in the market, and every day I watch the rate, and whenever the gold rates are going down or something like that in the market, I invest on that day when it is slightly lesser than yesterday's rate or something like that. Certainly I will buy some ETFs or something like that. If you have time, you can do this kind of things, and you can invest in gold at every low, and then you can see a very good return of 10 to 20%. Certainly you can see it. And this is a very good thing. You can keep your wife also happy, your family also happy. At the same time, it's a very safe haven also. And the next one is RBI floating bonds. The bonds are giving 8.05% returns. This is anybody can invest, and it is above the NSE rate of 0.35 above the NSE rate. And but only thing is the interest is paid once in 6 months, not in quarterly or something like that. The interest is paid once in a half yearly, and 7 years you have to minimum lock-in period or something like that. You cannot sell it. That's why that you can go and invest. Here, one thing I want to tell you is it's 100% secure for you. Whether you go for post office or whether you go for RBI bonds or something, it's 100% secure, not like bank deposits where only 5 lakhs rupees is secured or something. DIGC cover is there. Here it is covered fully for you. The tenor is 7 years. The minimum investment is 1,000 rupees or something. Resident individuals and HUFs can invest or something like that. That's why that you can think of or advise your seniors to invest. 8.05 is a good rate of interest with the current rates of interest in banks, etc. This is very important one, National Pension Scheme, NPS, and when you graduate and join a company or a bank or any other institution, when you join, certainly the HR people first will come and ask you that are you interested in NPS? I have seen myself, I was heading HR in a bank also, as well as operations in a bank. At least 90% of the people, they are not interested in NPS. 90% of the people not interested in NPS because they are ignorant of NPS. The reason is ignorance. NPS is one of the best products available for you people. You can 14% you can invest. That means the bank will invest 14% for you of the salary, basic pay and DA. They will invest 14% and it's tax free. This is very interesting. And then according to your age, they will you can select investment of your entire portfolio or entire 14% in equity or something like that, or equity with debt or something like that. That's why that yearly return is also it's equity driven or something. You can take the risk. That's why that when you graduate and join a company or a financial institution or a bank or something like that, certainly do not refuse joining NPS. NPS is one of the best products I can say. But there are some issues are there, only 60% you can take it at the time of retirement or something like that, and 40% is you cannot take it, you will get a monthly pension, etc. But the rules will change. You will retire after 40 years or something like that. Rules will get changed or something like that. Rules are changing. That's why the rules will get changed. That's why that I sincerely suggest you to go for NPS immediately after graduating when the company offers you or something like that. Even if the company is not offering, you can join NPS. If the return is around 10 to 14% or something like that. Next is I was talking to Professor and we were talking about health insurance as an investment. Whether to consider health insurance as an investment. Yes, I consider health insurance as an investment. Medical insurance should be on top of your investments. Otherwise, whatever the money you have earned is gone. You must have seen COVID situation. I have seen people in Mumbai, around 30 or 40 lakhs rupees they have spent for medical treatment during COVID time, etc. That means you should have sufficient insurance, health insurance with you. Otherwise, that company is giving me a covering or something like that. That may not be helping you. Only company may cover about 5 lakhs floater or something like that. 5 lakhs may not be enough or something like that. You should go for a top up or something like that. That's why health insurance very important one. If your company is not covering it, you go for a health insurance certainly, and it should be not less than 10 lakh rupees or something like that. And a term insurance. When I have a health insurance, when I have a life insurance, term insurance is also a must. Yes, you should have a term insurance. It should be 10 years of your salary. It should be 10 years of your gross salary. You should have a term insurance. Most of the companies offer term insurance as a product to you. As a product to you, if you are working with that company, they offer a term insurance. And when I was with Emirates NBD last year, I got retired, and the bank was offering me 4 crores term insurance. And one good thing what they have done is, even after retirement, you can pay premium and then take continue the cover or something like that. You can continue the cover, the 4 crore cover. You can continue even after retirement or something like that. But there was a catch. I don't know, many of you may not be aware of or something like that. You can't remit even a single rupee for insurance premium outside India. Let's say that I had to go to RBI to take permission to remit that 35,000 rupees to get myself covered or something like that. And it was allowed under LRS route, liberalized remittance scheme route. And then I got the approval from Reserve Bank of India to remit that 35,000 rupees. And then I got a coverage of 4 crores or something like that. That's why that you people should clearly remember, you should have 10 years of your gross salary as term insurance or something like that. Without that, it's very difficult. And term insurance, you can add a critical illness cover also. There you can add a critical illness cover also. That is also very important. Now there are companies covering about 30 critical illness or 40 or 50 or 60. You are all very young. That's why that premium will be very low or something like that. That's why that you should not refuse to cover term insurance or something like that. Go for term insurance. Now we have seen all the small what are the opportunities available outside the bucket. That is outside the bucket in the sense stock market or mutual funds and bank deposits. major things. The minor things we have seen. Now we will come to the main agenda of today, chit funds. Why chit funds matter in India in the financial system? I myself a regular investor in chit fund. That's the reason I agreed to speak on behalf of Tamil Nadu Investors and Chit Funds Association, as well as Tiruchirappalli Chit Funds Association. Valati is my good friend. And I have been regularly investing in chit funds for the last 20 years. I consider chit fund as a saving instrument for me or something like that. Not a loan instrument or something. It's not a loan instrument for me. It's a savings instrument or something like that. There I want to maximize my returns or something like that. That's the main idea for my investing in chit funds. I started my investments with the Shriram Chits because I was in Mumbai, so I started with Shriram Chits. I continue with various chit funds in Tamil Nadu also. Chit funds, if you see the origin and development, it's an ancient time. It's there for long. Unorganized sector. It was there 200, 300 years before unorganized sector at every village or something like that. But in a proper organized sector, it was originated in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, I can say. And people call it as Chittu or Chitti or Kuri in Malayalam. Must have got their name from the practice or something like that. Using cheats to decide the price to subscriber, that means if 20 people are there, one person will bid for it, or 2 person will bid for it, or 3 will bid for it. Whoever winning the bid, they will get the money or something like that. He may be a business person, he may be a salaried person or something like that. And the chit funds are helping to pay the money at a very faster rate or something like that, maybe in 10 days, 20 days, 30 days or something like that. And that's why that chit funds are helping many people, whether it is a businessman, we will see that overall it's helping or something. Chit funds, today we have larger corporates running, even the government is running chit funds. Even Kerala government is running a very big chit fund company. One of the oldest chit fund is St. Thomas Cathedral Kuris is Iranjala Kuda, which is 177 years old. Can you believe 177 years old chit fund or something like that? Many other companies were established centuries ago. Madras Chit Funds Private Limited, Coimbatore is 85 years now. The Mayura Financial Chit Fund Corporation, Balu Seri, and Margadarshi, and Visalam Chit Fund, and so many chit fund companies are there in India. It's thousands, I can say. We'll see the numbers later. And it's all governed by Chit Funds Act of 1982 and the Tamil Nadu Chit Funds Act of, we are in Tamil Nadu, that's why that I'm talking about, touching upon the Tamil Nadu Chit Funds also, that is 1984. And chit funds, you people may think that whether chit funds are only in India or something like that. No, it's available all over the world, I can say. It's there in Latin America, East Africa, Pakistan, Mexico, South Korea, Philippines, Egypt, many countries, Japan, all countries have got chit funds in one form or the other form. But these are known by a common name there. In all other countries, it's called ROSCA, Rotating Savings and Credit Association, I can say. ROSCA is very common name in all other countries. And the size of chit fund in Tamil Nadu is 1,900. Telangana is 2,733. Kerala is 1,000 chit fund companies are there. Karnataka 1,700 companies are there. Andhra Pradesh 1,165. These are registered companies. You people may ask whether unregistered chit funds are also there. Yes, locally there are unregistered chit funds are there run by individuals or something like that. That's why you go for registered chit funds only. In case if you are going for a chit funds, you go for a registered chit fund only. Don't go for unregistered chit fund or something like that. So it's a systematic savings plan. You can invest a small portion of your savings in chit funds also. That's why it will give you a good return. It will give you a return of about 9 to 12% or something like that. 9 to 12% or something like that. And all in one financial instrument. It banks, NBFCs, MFIs, MFs, cooperative society, all put together, you will get everything in chit funds. Promotes financial inclusion. Cost of funds and return on savings are better, I can say. If you are working for savings form, then it's better or something. No market risk. I cannot say no market risk or something. Some market risk will always be there. any kind of instrument, some markets risk. Even if you go and invest in a bank, and there is a market risk available because the banks may fail or something like that. How many banks failed in India? Anyone can name or something? Any bank name? Yes Bank. Yes Bank was weak. That's why that some other bank, State Bank, Canada Bank, and all jointly taken over. Yes Bank was not failed. It was weak, and that's why it was taken over by some bank, bought over or something like that. And in India, in the recent past, no bank has failed or something. Bank failed means they were unable to repay your deposits. They were unable to repay your deposits or something like that. And that kind of situation has not come in the last 30 years or 40 years or 50 years, I can say. And banks have got problems. That is, LVB has got a problem that DBS has taken it over. Like that, Global Trust Bank, people may be aware of, that was taken over by some other bank or something like that. Oriental Bank of Commerce has taken it over. Like that, in India, with regard to banks, when they are becoming weak or something, when they are identified weak, that is merged with some other banks or something like that, so that depositors' money is saved or something like that. That's why that in India, it's not like Asian financial crisis. There are many banks failed in Asia. In even USA, many banks are failing or failed and failing also. But in India, we are fortunate. That's why that none of the banks failed in the recent past or something like that. And NRIs also can join chit funds. The customer can decide the rate at which he wants to borrow. If he is borrowing in the first month or something, a business person, then he is in need of money to invest in business, so that he may be thinking that he can make more money with that money or something like that. That's the reason that he can decide the rate of interest which he can pay or something like that. And chit funds are not banks. You people should understand, chit funds are not banks, but they help to promote financial inclusion. But still, they help financial inclusion. They help the downtrodden or the very lower income people, etc. Chit funds are not NBFC, non-bank financial company, but provide finance to unbanked and underbanked people. It's going to very small villages, unbanked, underbanked people also. It's funding or something like that. Chit funds are not MFI, microfinance institutions, but they people to be self-reliant. That they are helping people to be self-reliant. Chit funds are not mutual funds, but they help people to get dividends every month. They get dividends. If you are regularly invest in chit funds, you may be aware that you get dividend, and you have to invest next month. You have to invest less dividend money only. You have to invest or something like that, or pay that much amount only you have to pay, something like that. Small traders use chit fund for the working capital purpose. Working capital is very important for small traders, like 10,000, 20,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh or 5 lakhs rupees. Working capital, small traders are very much in need of it. That's why chit funds come handy for them. Self-employed individuals for business and expansion, women entrepreneurs, education expenses, rural households, medical emergencies, informal sector workers, marriage expenses, micro and small enterprises, asset creation. These are all the ways chit funds help, and they help immediately also. That within 15 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days maximum, they help people to get their money and get the action or something like that. That's why that it is very handy for all types of people, I can say. All the money circulation schemes and Ponzi schemes are being dubbed as chit fund schemes by the media. That's why that there are some bad names for chit funds also. That's why that you have to, that's the reason that earlier also I insisted that you have to invest only in case if you are interested in investing, you have to invest only in registered chit funds, not in unregistered chit funds or Ponzi schemes or something like that. And the safety of chit funds, I can say that governed by a separate central government law. Registered chits are safe, 100% secure, strict monitoring by the regulator, and the regulator is regularly monitoring. I used to go to chit funds and find the regulators come and check even the transfer tickets or substitution tickets, etc. Return of security deposit only on termination and subject to payment of all dues by the regulator. Aggrieved customers can approach the registrar for redressal. inspection of records by RBI, register of cheats and non-price subscribers, they can check the records, etc. Register of cheats can wind up cheats if there is any problem in continuing the cheat. Register of cheats can wind up the cheat itself. That's why that you people should aware of the safety of cheat funds also. And the digital transformation. Now I have been talking to various cheat fund companies, and they are moving digitally. Digital onboarding, online payments, UPI payments, e-documentation, mobile applications. There are a lot of digital documentations or digital things happening in the cheat fund industry. That's why that you can see it in your app or something like that, your balance and what is the amount to be remitted, etc. And then bidding also you can do through digitally or something like that. Relevance of cheat funds today. Cheat fund is a unique financial tool that combines savings and borrowing. This is one of the tools which combines savings as well as borrowing. This is one of the tools which combines savings as well as borrowing. You can save at the same time. If you are in need of money, you can borrow or something like that. Apart from banks, cheat fund is the only institute that mobilizes savings. They mobilize the savings habit among people, etc. Banks cannot fulfill all needs of the people who are savings and borrowing. That's why cheat funds help in a big way. And many villages, cheat fund, the banks are not there, but cheat funds are there. That's why they help people. And still there are people borrowing money at interest rate ranging from 36 to 60%. That can be avoided if you join a cheat fund and then take a cheat or something like that. The growth drivers include rising financial inclusion, digital onboarding, expansion into semi-urban and rural markets, greater trust in registered operators. Again and again I am just telling you that you should go with registered operators. Increasing demand for collateral-free finance among MSME. 2 minutes. I'll just complete. And there are a couple of points as a banker I want to tell you. You all people should wait for consolidated account statement. Every month you get a CAS. That's why you people open and check your CAS. That is, how many of you getting CAS? Oh, many are there. Many are getting CAS. So NSDL and CDSL is sending CAS, and in case if someone dies without informing anything, this statement will help you greatly. That's why that CAS is now government is taking steps, RBI is taking steps to include bank deposits as well as other things, everything together, all the things put together include not only mutual funds or securities and NCDs, etc. Everything together you will get one statement per month or something, or you can log into the app and then check. CAS is one of the things you people should be aware of. And Mitra you should be aware of. In case of mutual funds, any unclaimed amounts or something like that, Mitra will help you. Udgam will help you in case of unclaimed deposits from banks about 10 years. Cyber security, in case you have a problem, 1930 will help you. And all the banks change their website extension as bank.in. That's why if you are getting any message or something without a bank.in, don't believe it. All the banks have changed their domain name as bank.in. Bank customer care number starts with 1600. If there is a call coming in 1600, please take it. Don't refuse or something like that. It's all coming from a bank only. It's not coming from any other person. It may be coming from a financial institution or a bank. SMS, you all people may be aware of, coming with a suffix nowadays. The last 2-3 years it's coming with a suffix called P, S, T or G. That's why that this kind of SMS only you can just see as take it as a SMS which are coming from the correct authorities or something like that. Otherwise don't touch that SMS. If somebody is sending that SMS, that is your gas connection is gone, or your this is switched off, your this is mobile will get switched off or something like that, don't believe that kind of SMS unless it's coming with a P, S, T, G or a suffix. How can you increase your bank deposit cover? With this I am ending. So in case you have a 3 family members in your house, A, B, C or something like that, put 5 lakhs rupees in the name of A, 5 lakhs rupees in the name of B, 5 lakhs rupees in the name of C, and then put A, B, C joint account 5 lakhs, B, A, C joint account 5 lakhs, C, B, A 5 lakhs. Like that if you put it, you can total coverage will be 75 lakhs. Your total coverage from the bank for the DIGC cover is 75 lakhs or something like that. This way you can increase the cover. They say don't go for and put all the money in one name or something like that. This kind of permutation and combination can increase the cover. That's why that nomination you can give up to 4 people now. That is a recent change which has come in. And to avoid online frauds, switch on switch off facility Reserve Bank of India has given, the government has given. Online banking and credit card you can switch on switch off. Whenever you are not in use you can switch off or switch off. That's why nobody can take your money out of your bank or something like that. That's why all people use switch on switch off facilities. And building a strong credit score is very very important. That's why that work hard to get that. And you take some oath, that is the final one. I will spend less than what I am earning. I told you long back, sometime back when I started the session. I will not take decision based on hearsay. Budget is important for me as well, not only for the country. I will encourage a financial advisor. In India, only 22% of the population are having financial knowledge. That's why that you encourage a financial advisor, they will help you or something like that. With that, I will end my session. Thanks for patiently listening. And thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful insights. And sorry for the rush, actually, we are running short of time. And to spice things up, we have a small contest for about 10 minutes. We'll try to test your general knowledge on the finance side, actually. So I would request the Finvest team to take over and start the quiz.
Hello. Before we start with the quiz, I request all the students to please stand up. We are going to do a small icebreaker. All the students, even the second years. So, we're going to do a little warm-up before the quiz for 30 seconds. The deal is that whatever I say, you'll have to do the opposite. If I say sit down, you'll have to stand up. If I say stand up, you'll have to sit down. If I say yes, you'll have to say no or something like that. So I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Sit down. Raise your left hand. Touch your right ear. Stand up. Sit down. Don't clap your hands. Raise your left hand. Touch your left knee. Stand up. Stand up. PGP 1, have you all played Kahoot till now? Has any prof? Okay, so I'll explain you all the rules. Scan this QR code and log in, and I will explain the rest of the rules later. PGP 1, if y'all are having any difficulty, y'all can approach a Finvest member. Please write your name enter a word, otherwise we won't be able to identify the winner. Is everyone logged in? Has everyone logged in? Can I get a thumbs up? Whoever has named themselves RBI, if you all win, I'm gonna take the money, okay? I told you, name yourself. Okay, I'm going to start. Okay. I'll start with the instructions. It's not talking.
It's asking me to name again and
Madhav, please have the I'll tell the instructions till then. So PGP2 is, well, it's exactly like Kahoot. PGP1, you all will get one question and there will be 4 options. So it's like fastest fingers first basically. There will be one correct answer. Whoever answers the correct answer the fastest wins, and your points will be accumulated throughout the questions. Any doubts? Okay, we will start with the quiz in 3, 2, 1, start. Which authority directly regulates and licenses chit funds in India, unlike mutual funds, insurance, or NBFCs? You guys have 4 options in front of the screen. There is only one correct option. And the answer is C, the registrar of chits appointed by the respective state government. Let's see who's first. It's Shauna. Let's move to question 2. P2P lending platforms in India, which pool small contributions like a chit fund are regulated by the RBI under which classification? A, NBFC MFI, 2, NBFC P2P, 3, NBFC factor, or 4, NBFC account aggregator? And the correct answer is NBFC P2P. Let's see who got it correct this time. it is Stingalicious. Who is Stingalicious? Question 3. Which statement correctly distinguishes a REIT from an InvIT, India's two SEBI-regulated yield vehicles? Option A, REIT holds an income-generating real estate, whereas an InvIT holds infrastructure assets such as roads or power transmission rights. B, a REIT is a debt only while an InvIT is equity. C, a REIT is unregulated while an InvIT is SEBI-regulated, and D, there is no difference. And the answer is A. Let's see who got it right. Okay, we have Stingalicious first. Who's Shreya? Come on, PGP1, what are you all doing? Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Which gold investment route is unique in paying fixed annual cash interest on top of any gold price appreciation? A. Physical gold jewelry. B. Gold ETFs. C. Sovereign gold bonds. Or D. Digital gold platforms. Okay, the top 3 is PGP2 again. PGP1, y'all are lagging behind. Come on. Moving on to the 5th question. Among EPF, PPF and NPS, which retirement vehicle has returns directly market linked through permitted equity exposure? A. EPF, B. PPF, C. NPS, or all three are equally purely fixed rate? The answer is C. NPS, National Pension System. Okay, moving on to the 6th question. SEBI's AIF regulations recognize all 3 AIF categories. Which one of these is not a real SEBI AIF category? A. Category 1, B. Category 2, C. Category 3, or D. Category 4? And the answer is D. Category 4. Is there any PGP 1 in the top 10? Question 7. What is a key C. Structural risk difference between an NBFC's NCD and a bank fixed deposit, both promising fixed returns. And the answer is option B. Let's look at the leaderboard now. Who's Preeti? The Sharpe ratio used to compare investments like chit funds against formal ones, which measures which of the following? A. The total return dividend. B. The excess return over the risk-free rate. C. Dividend yield relative to book value. Or D. Compound annual growth rate. And the answer is B. Any PGP 1 in the top 10? Still here? Let's move on to the next question. Behavioral economists mainly explain ROSCA popularity despite low liquidity through which concept? A. Loss aversion. B. The endowment effect. C. Present bias. Or D. Anchoring on the first bid price. Question 10. How does a T-bill auction's price discovery logic resemble that of a chit fund auction? Both used a fixed coupon set by law. B. Both are traded only on stock exchanges. C. Both require RBI's registrar of chits approval. Or D. In both, participants competitively bid. And the answer is D. Question 11. Adverse selection in pooled unsecured credit refers to the tendency for what? A. Higher risk or credit constrained borrowers. B. Lenders to overprice risk uniformly. C. Regulators to select which schemes get licensed. Or D. Interest rates to fall as soon as the pool size grows. And the option is A. Moving on to question number 12. In a 10 lakh rupees chit, 50 subscribers pay 20,000 each. There is a bid discount of 1.5 lakhs, foreman commission of 5%, balance shared equally. Net monthly pay of a what is the net monthly pay of a non-price subscriber? Answer is C, 18,000. Question 13. The Chinese ROSCA equivalent is HUI. What is the West African equivalent studied by development economists? Question number 14. The Price Chits and Money Circulation Schemes Banning Act 1978 outlawed schemes funding payouts mainly through what? A. Government subsidies, B. Capital gains on listed securities, C. Foreign remittances inflows, or D. Enrollment fees. And the answer is D. Let's look at the leaderboard now. It's Iim. Question number 15. What structural feature keeps a registered chit fund from being legally classified as a Ponzi/money circulation scheme? The answer is C. Moving on to question number 16. Why doesn't a chit subscriber's dividend/discount attract TDS under section 194A unlike bank FD's interest? Question 17, the last 3 questions of the quiz. The last 3 questions. Come on, PGP1. What made Kerala's traditional Kuri system distinctive in its earliest form before statutory regulation? the answer is option A. Last two questions of the quiz. Between two subscribers, one winning the auction early and one waiting till the end, what does the latter typically experience? The answer is option D. And second last question of the quiz. What is the main policy argument for why informal group savings instruments persist alongside formal banking? And the answer is option C. The last question of the quiz. Which asset class is most cited for low/negative correlation with equities, acting as a diversifier unlike a chit fund? Okay, I'll be now announcing the winners. In the third place, we have Metal. In the second place, we have Hula Hoop. Hula Hop. Who is HOLAHOP? Guys, we are going to check your name. Okay, so we have our second prize winner, again a PGP one. You all made a comeback. And in the first position, we have the username Montana. Okay, with that, we conclude our event. I would now
Hi everyone. Actually, we'll have a small brainstorming session. So I would call upon Mr. Chitran sir, our President of the Tamil Nadu Chipfund Association, and Secretary Karthik sir, and Mr. Sedaraman sir, and Valati Chipfund's Palniappan sir, and Tangavelu sir, our senior member, to the dais. So I'm an MBS guy. So you will be wondering why I'm into this business. So you know what's hard to earn? It's not money, it's trust. I just don't want to ditch it. I just want to take over this legacy too and create my own legacy too. So I just want to have a small interactive session with you guys so we can be a brainstorm about our industry and know your perspectives there. So what's your idea about chit fund? Anyone? I'll give the mic to Mr. President Chitran sir. He'll give a small brief about chit fund and what is it and the dynamics about this chit fund industry, and we'll take over from there.
Before starting it, no, just let us know one thing which comes in your mind when we ask you about chit funds. You are going to explain it now, but before that, that one thing which comes in your mind when we tell the word chit funds.
News.
Can you please pass on the mic?
Hi, my name is Iim. Since you asked, the one thing that comes to my mind is saying it in the news for the wrong reasons.
Yes. I'm happy about the frank answer, right? Anyone else? Does it mean that others also agree with that answer? Or is there any other alternative answer? How many of you have heard about it earlier or seen your parents subscribe to chits? Pretty good number. Right? Thank you. Okay, I think the majority, the perception appears to be what our friend has said already. The fact is, chit funds are no way connected with those news items at all. Because all these schemes which say, give me 1 lakh rupees now, I will give you 10,000 rupees interest every month, and at the end of 1 year, I will again return that 1 lakh also to you. And you must have seen all this. All these kinds of schemes, which are normally known as Ponzi schemes or M&M schemes and all that, they are dubbed as chit funds. Chit fund is a well-regulated financial business. As already Mr. Sedaraman has explained, there is a central law governing the business. It's called Chit Funds Act of 1982. It's a very well documented. In fact, the business is over-regulated one. And the power to regulate chit funds is given to the state governments. In Tamil Nadu, the Department of Registration and the idea of registration is the chief. They only regulate the chit funds business. Can anyone from the group who raised their hands tell me how it operates? Please.
Hi everyone, I'm Surya from PGPM1, and my perception about how chits operate is like close to 20-25 people come together, form a group kind of. There would be a foreman or a chit organizer. They would have a certain amount of commission which they would be charging on the total entire chit amount, and one would be the prize subscriber of that month. They would auction for their call, and once they win, they get to have that month's chit.
Very nice. Thank you. Let us give a round of applause to him. See, what the chit fund company does is, it forms a chit group consisting of a certain number of people. The tenure of the chit will be normally in months. It is equal to the number of people in the group. Let us say 25 people are taken in a group, and the period will be 25 months. Each of them will be agreeing to subscribe a certain amount of money, let us say 10,000 rupees a month. So 25 people putting together 10,000 each comes to 2,50,000 rupees. This 2,50,000 is pooled every month. And for a period of 25 months, each member of the group will be able to get this 2,50,000. So in the process, by the end of the period, all of them would have got back their money. Then the next question is, who is to get the money in which month? In order to decide that, we conduct auctions. That is, the pooled money is auctioned. Whoever is in need of money, they will participate in the auction with some discounts, saying that I'll take it as a discount of 20% or 30%, because otherwise he has to borrow money, he will have to pay interest also. So he will be prepared to discount the money and take only the balance. The discount amount is generally restricted to 25 to 30%. The law permits it up to 40% of the chit amount. In this case, 2,50,000 means up to 40% it will save. And out of the discount, let us say somebody has opted to discount it by 50,000 rupees. Okay, 20%. Out of this 50,000, 5% of the chit amount, that is 2,50,000. 12,500 goes to the company towards their fees or commission, it is called in the law. The balance gets distributed among the members again every month. That is how you get to get the amount of dividend. Though the name dividend is not used nowadays, it is called share of discount. So every member in the group gets a share of the discount. Next month when you pay, you will not be paying 10,000 rupees, you will be paying 10,000 minus your share of discount. This is how it operates. It is a highly regulated scheme. And before, just to give an idea, before we start a group as a chit fund company, in the same example, I have to deposit 2,50,000 rupees in the bank as security deposit in the name of the registrar of chits. This FDR is given to the registrar as security deposit before even I submit an application to get a PSO, prior sanction order. That means for each and every group, I have to take prior sanction from the registrar to commence and conduct the chit. And he takes into account the total number of chits conducted by us. He ensures that it is within the permitted limit. Generally, the overall limit is 10 times our net owned funds. Once it is satisfied, this condition is satisfied, they allow the company to start the chit. After enrolling the chit, the process I have already explained to you, every month we need to maintain a minutes book wherein the participants' names will be entered along with the discount offered by each one of them. And we also should record the priced subscriber's name. And we also should give details of the payment for the priced person of the previous month. This goes on for 20 months. At the end of the period, when the tenure is over, we need to produce a certificate certified by our company's auditor, statutory auditor, saying that all the people, these 25 people in the group, have been fully paid. Only after seeing this certificate and putting up a notice in the notice board by the registrar, after 15 days, he releases the money. So, this way, at any point of time, the chit fund company will have only one installment of money in their hands. Because every month they collect and pay to one person. The maximum amount of money that can remain with the chit fund company is equivalent to one installment. An amount equivalent to one installment is remaining with the registrar until the termination of the chit group. I would say it is 100% safe. I think you must have understood the process. If you have any doubt, please. Even otherwise, if you have any other doubt about chit funds, you are free to ask. We will answer.
And about chit funds, say that's a good metaphor I can tell you. So that is honeybee hive. So in that part, honeybee hive, everybody has a part in it. So and chit funds say person can be a borrower, a benefitor, and same time an investor as well. So this tool can be used as a savings come borrowing system. You can save here, you can borrow here. The biggest the plus point of this chit fund is liquidity. In any savings platform, say there is no much of liquidity seen. Here you can Like if you plan properly, you're strategically correct, and if you have everything planned, chit fund is the greatest tool you can use. And I would like to give the mic to Karthik sir and to tell about the problems we are tackling and soaring ahead with success.
See, chit funds, as Sir explained already, in the chit funds business, as Sir explained already, can you now tell me where the money collected is going to? Every month, as a company, as a foreman of the chit fund, we collect money from the group of people, right? So every month, we collect a certain amount of money from a group of people, and where does it go? What do the company do with that money? Sir explained you now. So every month, the amount we collected goes to one particular successful bidder. So in that case, the company does not hold any amount with itself. So the question of looting of money by the chit fund company itself does not happen, does not arise.
As it is often reported in the newspapers.
Yes. So it is very well clear, the news which you are reading or news which you are going through is all about some money circulation scheme or Ponzi schemes which is not at all a chit funds business, and it is misrepresented as chit funds. So it is a big threat magazines are creating. So it's an highlight for you to enlighten about this chit fund topic. So I'd be happy to answer if you have any doubts regarding the process. Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, what will you do after getting the bit amount from the first month? If I won't pay to a company, what will you do?
Got it? Can you come again?
Sir, after getting the amount from the company, the first bit itself, if I won't pay
Very
you
nice.
the amount.
Nice. Because before the company gives you money, because it is not the company's money, we are giving others money. Okay? We ensure that proper security or sureties are taken from the price subscriber, so that in case he defaults, we will be able to collect the money from the sureties or from the security that he has given.
Any other questions?
Sir, could you explain once how the bidding process works?
Yeah. See, this can be illustrated with an example. Shall we take the 1 lakh chit amount, the face value of 1 lakh chit, with the members of 20 members. So usually the tenure of the chit will be equivalent to the number of the members. If it is 20 members, it will be like 20 months chit. So 1 lakh divided by 20, it will be 5,000 monthly contribution. So 5,000 is a monthly contribution by 20 members. It will be like 1 lakh. So we have a 1 lakh in our basket. Like a chit fund company collects 5,000 from all 20 members, and it has got 1 lakh in the basket. It is a chit value. Okay. So now the bidding process starts. We call upon any of the 20 members who has the need of the money. So if that not every month, not all the 20 members will be in the need. Maybe our 5 or 6 or 10 members. Whoever has a need of that money can join the bid. In the bid, we have a minimum auction amount. Like we will fix it at 6% or 12% plus our commission amount. Say like 10,000 with the commission amount of 5,000 and the minimum auction amount of 5,000. Altogether, sum up we will fix it at 10,000. So from bidding maybe starts from the 10,000. So people will be increasing the discounted value. The 10,000 is the discount value. Reducing it, we will give them remaining balance to the successful bidder. The bidding starts from the 10,000. It goes like actual bidding 15,000 or 20, maybe up to the highest amount will be 40% of the chit value. As Act prescribed, there can be only a discount of up to 40%. So in a 1 lakh chit, a highest bidder may be discounted up to 40%, like 40,000, and he will be getting that 60,000 with him. So 60,000 will be transferred to that successful bidder. His chance is over. Every person gets one time of his chance in the 20 months, and each member gets one chance. So at the end of 20th month, each member would be priced once. And with this 60,000, remaining 40,000 is there. So company commission, maybe foreman's commission is fixed at 5,000. Balance 35,000 is there. So 35,000 is divided to all the 20 members. That is called as dividend. So for every month, every 5,000 you pay, you get one dividend. Next month when you pay the chit amount, you can reduce your dividend amount and pay only the balance amount. If the dividend amount is 1,250, you pay only 3,750. So for every 3,750 you pay, you get 1,250 as a dividend. And that dividend percentage, if you calculate and if you compare it with other savings returns instrument and all, it will be the highest return for you.
And the 60,000, is it paid back?
Yeah, every month he keeps paying every month. All the 20 members keep paying every month, including the bidder. Every month one bidder will be there, but all the 20 bidders will be paying the equal amount till the 20th month. So he ends up paying maybe 75,000 or 80,000 after reducing the dividend. It's like 15,000 he is paying as an interest. For 60,000 he is utilizing for 20 months. He is paying 15,000 as an interest.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the insights. So to conclude, there is a study about us made by MIT and IFMR. So if you have time, you read. I have sent it to your Finvest team actually, and about this. And this is a traditional system of business. It's been there since years. And if you have any ideas, you can come out with fintech startups or something. You can use this platform and transform it somehow. And we are transforming ourselves and evolving through this digitalization world. And what is there, it seems like, and there are, in this business, say, a single person is supposed to do multiple roles. He has to be the CEO, CTO, and every operating officer, and he has to do every part of work in his office. But with a small structure of employees and this office, say, we are having a great outreach, and still we are having trust over many people. Many people trust us, they invest on us, and they get benefited, and we get benefited, and we are trying to place ourselves in an organizational way, not as something like in a traditional old way, not like an old school one. So this is what we are trying to put forward, and if you have any ideas, if you can be a business advisor for us, and we can take it forward and make a clear digital presence about it. Have this digital this financial tool as something better, and this is nothing but a proper disciplined way towards your success, a baby steps towards your success. That's it. I thank Finvest team for the opportunity. I thank Iim the campus and everyone who was part of this, and I thank for the opportunity to the association and the sir, Karthik sir, and thank you everyone. Can praise winners come on to the dais? Now call upon the first prize winner to get seated.
Atharv Kamble was the winner.
we conclude today's session, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Sethuraman Sathappan for his insightful talk on alternate savings mechanisms and for sharing his wealth and experience with us. A heartfelt thank you to all the esteemed panelists, Mr. Chitrarasa, Mr. Kartish, Mr. Tangavel, Mr. Valati Palaniappan, and Mr. Muthu Subramanian for gracing the occasion with your valuable presence. We also would like to thank the Tamil Nadu Chit Fund Companies Association for collaborating with us and for your gracious presence. At the end, I would like to thank all our faculty, organizers, volunteers, and participants for making this event a great success. Thank you all once again and have a great day.
Iim coaching